My name is Matthias Strobel. I'm running MusicTech Germany, which is the Federal Association for Music Technology in Germany. I define my role in the music industry rather not being part of the traditional music industry. I'm more of I would say a dot connector, facilitator in the music tech space that rather tries to connect different people from different areas of the music tech ecosystem with each other, but also builds bridges to the traditional music industry that I consider like labels, managers, publishers, in order to help the music ecosystem to grow and to innovate from within rather than relying on big corporate companies. And I came here to talk about the live music sector and how the live music sector can use tech tools and even AI tools to help everyone that's part of that kind of like subsector of the music industry. Because I think the live sector is as a part of the music industry that has still a lot of potential to be innovated by themselves, but maybe with the help of tech companies. And we did a report as part of an EU-funded program called LiveMX, and the project that we did is called IMMS, Innovation Mapping of the European Music Ecosystem. So we did a mapping of all AI companies that already exist, but also of challenges that the live music sector has so far. And with these results, we're trying to help the sector to find tools that might already exist and also build tools that they could need in order to solve challenges. One core point about the things that we are going to say in our session later on is probably that we need better systems to talk to each other and to find synergies between the sector and also to learn from each other. Because there's a lot of tech companies that are trying to build tools for the live music sector or other music sectors, but they're not that knowledgeable about the actual needs and challenges that the sector faces, and they need to learn about that. And on the other hand, there's a live music sector that knows what they need, but they don't know where to find maybe already existing solutions. So we need to find a way to connect the dots between these two parts of the music ecosystem in order to help both sides to grow and flourish. One example would be that there's probably a big need, not probably from the industry part of the side of the live music sector, but from the society side, that the festivals and concerts and the live music sector is going to become more sustainable. So helping those people who are advocates for sustainability to find maybe technology that can help them to be more sustainable would be one example. Another example would be to allow people who work with data in the live music industry to better understand where they should run concerts or how they should plan their tours, to understand where are the tech companies that could provide them with the sufficient tools to actually embed it into their daily lives. So that's a few examples that we are talking about and could be embedded in the future. I think that that AI in general can be beneficial to an audience in several aspects, because AI is not generative AI and creating music and doing all that stuff that everybody talks about. AI is also can be a big helper, for example, on festivals to understand big crowds of people and to make it safer to navigate through festivals, or to help festivals understand where there's a need for additional people to help with certain things. And there's also maybe there's going to be great solutions for the audience to understand where they can find the best priced tickets, or where they could find concerts of their favorite artists that they can't find on all the different platforms otherwise. So I think AI can be a helper in that sense, that it helps the audience to discover things that they have a hard time discovering by themselves these days, because they do have to do a lot of work. And everything that's repetitive, it's not so much on the audience side that you have to do repetitive work, rather on the industry side. But this is where AI is going to be a big help in the future. Well, this is my 10th time at California. I was here before it was called California MusicTech in 2016 the first time. So when I came here in 2016, we did a hackathon at the old venue where Les Andants was, in the middle of the festival. That's how it started, basically. It started with a little hackathon with Jerome bringing people from Music Tech Fest, where I worked before, and to test things out. And then there was like the conference part, which was all happening in that ground, which was very noisy and which was different from today. So it whole grew from a very experimental kind of event into a really well organized event with high-level people and people from all over the world, and everybody involved with California did a really amazing job taking this step by step to the point where we are today. There's a lot of music industry conferences out there, and most of them are talking about the problems and challenges the industry is facing, how intransparent it is, how bad payment systems are, and so on and so on. So a lot of complaining, which is weird, because if you have to complain all the time, then you should just change the industry. And there's not a lot of conferences that actually talk about solutions and bring in people who work on the other side as well, and who can actually offer something to the music industry and at the same time learn from the music industry. So I think California is a really good example of how people can be brought together. There's an advantage that Liège is a really small town, so people don't run away. Nobody has any meetings here with people outside of this Le Grand Poste. And so I think it's a very relevant conference for people who want to connect with other people in that sense, and that also makes it very unique. There's a lot of people that come from different areas that talk about things that I'm not very familiar with. So for me, it's always inspiring to hear people talking about areas and are knowledgeable in areas that I'm knowledgeable are in. So today we had like Hanoi that talked about time, music and AI that I never thought about, and cultural differences. So that's one of the, besides connecting with all the people in that conference, it's also interesting to learn and get inspired by people that know way more than me. I just wanted to tell people, come to my conference on the 4th and 5th of September in Berlin called Music Frontiers, because I'm the only other conference that kind of like adapts to the concept of California. But other than that, it's been amazing and it's great to be here.